Senate race means that Indiana will definitely be on the national political radar for the fall elections. RTV6 political insider Abdul-Hakim Shabazz joins us to talk about what we have to look forward to. Abdul, first of all, any surprise to you that Braun beat out those two incumbent congressmen?
No, not really. I mean, it was always, theoretically, it was always sort of considered a toss-up range, but when I started looking at some of the things that the Braun campaign was doing, one of which was they advertised in the Chicago media market on both television and radio, albeit cable television. That's a place where most Indiana politicians tend to stay away from because it's just so expensive. When they invested the time and financial resources up there to hit that northwest region of Indiana, that's when I knew, like, okay, these guys got the tailwind going in.
Okay, and we know that Braun and really the other two Republicans tried to align themselves closely with President Trump, and we just saw Donnelly there. He's saying that he votes with the president, more than 60% of the time, trying to tout his bipartisanship. What role will the president have in this Senate election? And we know he's going to be in town tomorrow.
Yes, the president will play a role, but at the end of the day, midterm elections are won or lost on the candidates themselves. So like I said, the challenge for Joe Donnelly is that Joe Donnelly loses on the ballot to a, quote, generic Republican, but there is no longer a generic Republican on the ballot. The ballot is now Mike Braun, so it'll be interesting to see what the first set of poll numbers come in. And for Mike Braun, the challenge is going to be, okay, you got the Trump people, fine, but there are a lot more than that here in Indiana. How do you get those folks to come out, particularly those moderates and independents, to vote for you?
All right, no, that's going to be a big race. A lot of dollars going to be poured into that, so I'm sure we'll see plenty of ads going forward. What are some other key races in the state? I know we have a few congressional races that might draw some attention. What should we watch for?
One thing to actually take a look at is in the 2nd congressional district, also in the 3rd and in the 9th, Democrats actually have credible challengers. Now, I don't think they can win necessarily because those districts are so Republican, but what they can do is they can sort of motivate the base to come out in a general election because, hey, I want to vote for my Democratic candidate running for Congress, and in turn, Joe Donnelly benefits because Democrats are actually a lot more energetic and motivated these days than Republicans are. So that's just something else to keep in mind.
All right, Abdul, always a pleasure to have you. Thanks for being here.
Hey, not bad to be a member of the liberal media, so I'll do what I can.
All right, we'll keep you in mind for the next interview. Well, coming up here, the primary